Hello everybody and welcome to the next episode of Investigations. Today we're gonna take a look at the game of player named Souta. They asked, what should I do when I choose swinging rook as my opening, especially to find a way to attack in the future? I think this is a very broad question, and as we will take a look at the game, we realize that this question is painfully asked in a swinging rook versus Anaguma game. So it's a very important question when you're faced against Anaguma to know what to do exactly, and I can feel the frustration behind it. So we're gonna take a look at Gote's swinging rook versus Anaguma today. When it comes to static rook Anaguma, I personally prefer to go Anaguma myself, play a double Anaguma shape, but here it was also natural to build a silver crown. It makes sense. But what we want to avoid, let me jump to later. In general, what we want to avoid is our opponent sabaki their pieces and our rook being stuck, right? This doesn't matter the opening, this is gonna be the same. But especially versus Anaguma, they're more eager to sacrifice more pieces because their king is safer than ours. So having this in mind, we need to search for a big point to take in the opening. Because if we don't want to match the Anaguma's safety with our castle, we will have to take the point on the other side of the board. Whenever it is by taking some space in the board or having a stronger attack that they have. Option B is to simply attack before the Anaguma is finished, so that you don't have to deal with this situation at all. And here we also Gote, which means we actually have the other option, which is going for a repetition draw. We can wait for them to attack us with a disadvantage. We don't have to jump into the fight. So having this all in mind, what could have we done? And there is one cool move one could have tried. Now our Mino castle was ready. So here a good move for Souta here. Not the Fuji Souta, but our Souta. I believe would be to develop this silver to at the center, because we're threatening this bishop's head. And if they're really stuck on the idea of castling the king here, we will be able to somehow target that king with our bishop depending on the timing, yeah? So the king is not yet hatched in, not closed off. This is a proper timing to fight. Of course, if they abandon the idea of Anaguma, that's a win for us. We're targeting the head of the bishop here, and it is kind of a win for us to force them to close it like this, because now we're a little bit safer here. Sometime in the future, we'll have the opportunity to attack from our side, but as I said, Seinish the repetition draw is also a good option for us. It is possible, according to the computer, to develop the knight, and if they simply go for the Anaguma right to target edge attack, as we said, this bishop is gonna be pressuring the king, and it's gonna be a nice strategy to have. So this all is thanks to this early silver push here. You also have to notice that Sota's opponent here pushed their silver in front of this pawn, which doesn't feel good because they cannot activate the knight. Perhaps going this direction was a little bit tougher for us, because also this silver would be defending this silver move over here, right? So it was a very, opening related focused game. If you see the outcome, this bishop line was never closed, never threatened. So basically they did what they could, what they wanted, and now they're gonna fix their silver shape and attack on this side, right? So I think here was perhaps the last chance for us to do something, because if we just defend and they break through, this ends up in their sabaki, in their rook, and our rook being stuck because we dropped this pawn. So as we said, this is the worst case scenario. Here, we had an interesting move for Souta, and that is to move the silver here and open this rook line before the rook line is open. If they take, we take, and we treat in promotion, so that's great. If they're forced to block their bishop, this is totally different situation, right? We can continue with our original plan and go for the edge. and things are looking merry, yeah, because now their rook isn't activated and our has the possibility to in the future. If you have the question what happens that they ignore it and perhaps go for this pawn, this is where the things go interesting, because this is where we want to go strongly. And this is where their castle is now weakened. They have 2 generals and we potentially have 4, right, in the defense. Our rook is promoted, their big pieces have trouble to Sabaki, and the tables have turned. So this is quite interesting line for Gote here. So how to attack for swinging rook, generally speaking, is, especially for Gote, wait for the opponent to overextend and then concentrate on the counterattack. Yeah, you did a great job here developing your knight, and in the future this would allow you to attack the edge. There was just a little bit of misplayed around this silver situation that forced Gote's rook in the unpleasant place. So generally, option A, pressure Anaguma early, or option B, wait patiently for the chance to counterattack, wait for them to attack with the disadvantage. So that would be all from me for today. I will see you in the next video on Wednesday. This is gonna be the last submitted game from Eris. And then we're gonna follow up with 4 TT series winners games that we had played out, handicap games against a professional player, 6 dan, investigated on our channel. And after that, we will go and talk about spring cleaning on our server. And if you don't know what we're talking about, join our Discord server and let's talk there. Thank you for listening and bye bye.